How many times have I told you not to sneak up on me like that? Jeez. Pardon me while I make a minor adjudicament here. I'm testing something, but it don't appear to be not exactly what I thought. Okay. Live from Studio B at WDWL TV, located on Grumpy Vulture Boulevard. It's me, the grumpy old man. And no vulture today. Yeah, no vulture. I locked him out of the studio. My test doesn't appear to be doing what I thought it was going to do. Okay. Well, we'll just get rid of it. If it isn't doing what I thought it was going to do, we're going to get rid of it. Hang on. Okay. I guess I have to figure something out. But at least I know they set up. They're not done with it yet. I got a temporary monitor over here, and hopefully, if everything works out right, I'm supposed to be able to monitor the chat. But we were just testing to see if that part of the technology worked. The monitor's mounted down here right now. It's still got to go on a monitor arm, so it'll be up. Yeah, just what I need. Look here, look there, look here, look there, look here, look there. Then they're telling me eventually there'll be 2 monitors over here. I don't know why 2. I got one here, and then I'm going to have one over here and one. They want to turn this into like a real station? You know, like when they show the newsroom and there's like 400 screens across the back of the studio. Yeah. Now, the one I want to get is the one like that Florida TV station with JB. I watch it every now and then, but it's got the one monitor has the audio. You know, what I'm seeing here on the screen, they've got, you know, as he talks, you can see the audio levels. That I think is cool. So I want them, if I'm going to have 2 monitors over here, one of them should be doing what I want it to do. And I want to see that. I don't know, they've got to find a program for me that it shows the audio levels. Instead of watching JB, I watch because I think that's cool. Okay. I had a good laugh when I was at the store. Now, I'm cashing out. Well, not cashing out, I'm plasticking out. And the girl happened to, all right, turn it. Come on. Turn it right. The girl happened to spot my ring, okay? Focus. 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 Come on, autofocus. Well, you get the point, okay? She spots this ring. And she... yeah, let's see if we can get it this way. Almost had it. Almost had it. Come on, focus. This is an autofocus camera. Why isn't it autofocusing? Maybe because I'm moving. All right, you get the point. She says, "Oh, I just love emeralds." She was, "I wish I could afford a ring like that." Jeez. "I probably won't be able to afford a ring like that until I reach your age." And I said, "Well, thanks for the compliment on the ring." Then when I got outside the store, I went, the one thing that impressed me is she thought it was expensive. So, to the untrained eye, same thing with this one. I got a compliment on this one the other day. Fancy, huh? Gold kind of chain link. Both girls. I didn't have the heart to tell them what I actually paid for these rings. Because both of these rings are off of Temu.com. Temu.com. Yes, Temu.com. Closeout. $0.87. 87 cents. Okay? Closeout. $1.27. Yeah, $1.27. Looks sharp. There is no way in hell I would buy expensive jewelry. For one, I can't fucking afford it. And for two, if I lose this, I'm not going to cry. Not to mention I don't have to insure it. Yeah, every now and then, I mean, I'm not a big jewelry wearer. I have my ear studs, but I'm not. But on occasion, I like to wear a ring. So for the hell of it, while I was on Temu.com, I decided to go in and men's ring clearance. Oh my God, there was a shitload of rings. And 99% of them were under $2. Of course, if I would wear it 24/7, I'm sure my finger would turn green. I'll show you a couple more I bought. This one's a little smaller than the other one with a green stone in it. I think 98 cents for this one. No. $0.98 for this one, 87 for this one. And we have this one here. Come on. You can tell I'm not a hand model. 78 cents for that one. Yeah. 78 cents. And I was on a roll. I figured, geez, And then I bought this pair. A pair. Silver and turquoise. 66 cents. 78 cents. Yeah. And like I say, I can't wear this stuff 24/7. But it's nice to go out wearing cheap jewelry and getting compliments where people think it's expensive. Or just, in general, getting compliments. Whether they think it's expensive or not. Of course, now I can't close the box. Why can't I close the box? Come on. There's a certain way these got to go in this box in order to get it to close. There. Yeah. I have to show you I think I showed you this once before. My ear stud. Yeah. My ear stud. I've got my ear eye on you. There was one girl. She's into. I don't know if they still call it goth. She got a kick out of that eyeball. She was like, "Where'd you get the eyeball? I love the eyeball. I want an eyeball." I told her, Temu.com. Then this one. I got to show her this one. She'll go crazy over this one. The zipper. You can have a zipper in your ear. Although, I just thought of it. I know one that will drive her crazy. I know it right now. I got to wear this one. When I go up to the store, I got to wear this one. She will love this one. The sword. One section goes through. So you pin it to your ear. She'll love this. The sword. Yeah, I got a pair of these. Well, everything comes in a pair in the earrings. I'll tell you what, she's been so helpful, I should give her one. Because I got two. I only got one pierced ear. But she'll go crazy over this. This is something she'll go crazy over. She's into that, black lipstick and black eyeshadow. And the first time I saw her, I thought maybe she got beat up. And black fingernail polish and dark clothes. But hey, it sounds crazy, but it suits her. To each your own, but I don't know if they call it goth still. Every week a name changes, but I know it is goth. If I'm wrong, somebody can correct me. But like I say, black lipstick, black eyeshadow, black this, black that, black hair. Yeah. She had beautiful brunette hair. Gorgeous. Then one day I walk in the store and it's black. And I was like, "What happened to your hair?" She goes, I wanted it black. I said, "Well, it's obvious. I can see it's black, but you had beautiful brunette hair." But I wanted it black. I said, "Okay, not my hair." So, yeah. I might just give her one of them, but I don't, it's only going to sit in the box. And she'd love it. Although she's got like 47 in one ear and 67 in the other. God, she's running out of places to put studs in her ears. I mean, when you go high up in the ear, that's going to hurt like fuck. I know how it was when let alone she's got a the day I got this ear done, I have to take the stud out because when I put the headphones on, it pokes me in the side of the head. my brother-in-law already had his done. And for my son's birthday, he did his. And he says, I was over at the house, and he said, come on, I got to go up to the mall. Come on. Okay. So we go up to the mall, and he had this all prearranged. And there's a card with all different size ear studs. You know, from little itty bitty all the way up to Godzilla. And he says, if you were ever to get your ear done, and I said, I don't think so. If you were ever to get, what size stud would you? That one. That's. Never fails. Somebody has got to freaking call me. There are 3 times when my phone will ring. I can sit here all day. Phone does not ring. I go to the bathroom, phone rings. I'm driving, phone rings. Or like now, doing a YouTube, phone rings. I can sit all freaking day. And 99% of the time, it's when I go into the bathroom. It's like somebody, it's like there's a camera on my phone that's turned on right now. Where is he? He's in the bathroom. Call him, quick! Yeah. Bathroom, driving, YouTube. It don't even ring when I'm, during the night. Although somebody call and wake my ass up in the middle of the night, it better be fucking important. But no. I sat here all day. Well, I mean, my ass isn't rooted to the chair. But I mean, all the time phone don't ring. I decide to do my YouTube stream, phone rings. I know I should have shut it off or put the ringer on mute. I didn't expect the phone to ring. Not to mention, I don't wish to speak to that person right now because I will be on the phone for an hour talking about fucking nothing. How are you? Okay. Anything new? Nah. How are you? Okay. Anything new? Nah. Oh. Anything new? No. Not from the 30 seconds ago. Oh. Okay. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Nothing new. Is there anything kind of new? No. Oh, okay. Is there anything you really wanted to talk about? No. Oh, okay. Then I'll talk to you later. See you, bye. Click. Or tap. Yeah. It's one of those needless phone calls. Because you don't really talk about anything. There's never anything new on that end. It's not like I lead this big, exciting life. Ignore. Now, when this person gets home, because I know this person's driving, that's another reason I don't want to talk. I know this person is driving right now, going home from work. When this person gets home from work, I will get 5 text messages and 6 emails. Why didn't you answer the phone? Message 1. Message 2. Why didn't you answer the phone? Message 3. Why didn't you answer the phone? Message 4. Why didn't you answer the phone? Message 5. Why didn't you answer the phone? And the emails will be the same thing. Why didn't you answer the phone? Send. Why didn't you answer the phone? Send. Yeah. And I'll just message back. Busy. No need to go into a big explanation. Busy. 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 Then I'll email back. B-U-S-Y. Send. Repeat 5 more times. Then everybody wonders why I'm crazy. I did some testing with this phone. Hello. With this microphone. And I think I've got the gain set where it should be. Because yesterday when I did the replay, holy shit, it was loud. Like I say, I've got 3 of these Yetis, and they're wonderful microphones. They all go down the same assembly line. You know, as they start building them, they solder in the same components. It's not like the silver microphone gets a better transistor. They all get, all the guts inside these microphone cases are identical. Except for the gain. I don't know why the gain adjustments are different on all 3 of these microphones. And then, my buddy's son emailed me today. And he says, first of all, he asked me how I liked the little itty bitty raspberry. And I told him, it's cute. And I like it. I said, works like a charm. He says, well, you're going to get blown away. Because I've got 2 more blue Yeti microphones coming. And I said, I don't need 2 more of these. He said, oh, no, you're gonna love these. He says, unfortunately, my gopher forgot to take the 2 at the same time. I said, well, why didn't you put them in the same box? He said, well, I found one and I boxed it. And then I went to the storeroom in the other studio and I found another one. And I didn't want to open the box. So I boxed the second one. He said, now, one of them we used quite a bit for demos. But one of them is brand new. There was no need for us to use that one because we had already tested that version. Now, I didn't look them up. But I guess, this is the Blue Yeti. And then I got the blue raspberry. And now I'm getting blue nanos. I didn't look them up. I want to be surprised. And he says, I might have a blue, as in the name, blue, Yeti X. I said, well, what's an X? It's a super high performance nano. Now I'm intrigued. I'll probably look them up. No, I'm going to wait. I like surprises. At my age, you don't get too many. But when I look up, because I want to check how many other microphones Blue makes. Because now the X really intrigues me. He also said there's one that Blue makes, well, Logitech. Logitech is the father company. And then Blue is like the secondary. Logitech Corporation makes Blue microphones. There's supposed to be a gaming mic that is like 100 different colors. You know, the red RGB, and then it's got all kinds of patterns. That one sounds cool. But I would tend to think if he's, getting rid of microphones, somebody in the studio that works for him will say, Me? Okay, here you go. Have fun. I mean, I can't believe 3 of these. And these ain't cheap. Now, the Mystic White was in the box because they had tested the gray one. And then for the one vlogger that does a podcast, he used this one for a couple of his podcasts. He produces, he does work for NBC, and when things are kind of slack at NBC, he does, you name it, podcast. He says he produces podcasts out the ass. He's going to send me a list one of these days. And that's basically where they test these microphones, because they're podcasting mics. Or for YouTube streaming. But I can't believe that Logitech sent him. They're constantly sending him stuff. Like the 2 Logitech cameras that I've got here. And there's another Logitech camera. He said he knows he had it. He's not sure whether he gave it away or not. It's a really nice high performance. Just below an AI. I told him, I said, I appreciate the AI cameras, but they won't work on Prism. He said, what? I said, no. They do not recognize AI cameras. Now, just for grins, I have experimented with some cheap crap cameras that years ago I bought these. And I mean, I paid like $6 or $8. So you know the quality. Plug them in, turn on Prism, recognizes them right away. Prism has recognized every single camera because I've got like 6. Every single camera until I got to the AI cameras. Now, I don't know if like Streamlab would recognize an AI or, you know, the more advanced streaming platforms, programs, I should say, not platforms. I don't push my luck. Like I said, I actually typed into Google streaming programs for dummies. And there was a list, and this one was the first one on the list. Prism was the first. I went, okay, I'm going to download that one. And then I downloaded Prism Lens, which is the accompaniment to Prism Studio Live. And then it took me contacting a friend who is way more technology advanced than I am to tell me, dummy, you got to run both programs. Open them both. and you switch back and forth. And it worked. Like right now. I think before I start streaming, open Prism Lens, and I could have all them green screen backgrounds. But I'm not ready to use them yet. The green screen backgrounds are going to get used over in Studio A because that's where I've got all the sound effects. Eventually, Studio B is going to be for the more serious stuff, like commentary or public service announcements, stuff like that. But right now, until Studio A is complete, which hopefully by the end of the weekend, I've got some tinkering to do over there yet. Like I say, I've got the tablets with new programs uploaded for sound effects. I've got the new mixer. I've got the new interface. I got a couple of new microphones. I got to test them yet. A lot of changes over in studio, equipment-wise. The background is going to remain somewhat the same, but equipment-wise, over here, it was a lot easier to get this studio set up because the nice thing about the USB microphones is they're plug and play. I don't need to feed through a mixer. Any microphones that are the old XLR 3-pin connector have to go through a mixer. Old school. Now, I have a device. I have this Polson. And you talk about technology. This is a 48 volt XLR to USB converter. Prism Studio don't like this either. I tried it. Now this little gizmo wasn't cheap. Yeah. Plug the microphone in, XLR, old school, to basically new school, USB. Hit the little button that says 48 volts. It's amazing how they get 48 volts out of this little gizmo. And it's supposed to convert the XLR to USB. In theory. The problem is, Prism Live does not like an XLR to USB adapter. It don't like it. It don't recognize it. I spent all that money for nothing. Because I've got some neat old school microphones that I wanted to use over here. Now, like I say, maybe Streamlab or what is it, EVMux, EVMUX, EVMux. Maybe those programs would recognize it. Problem is, Grumpy doesn't recognize Streamlab or EVMux very well. Now, I've heard it's easy. I've heard other streamers go, Streamlab. Not for me. I tried it over in Studio A before we shut everything down. I was like, okay, I need a streaming program, and I noticed that so many streamers use Streamlab, so I downloaded the program. Could my dumbass figure it out? No. So I Googled streaming program for dummies. Prism Studio Live. Here we are. And if I want to play a little bit, we'll open Prism Lens. And I can use the green screen. Now that's easy. Trying to get me to figure out Streamlab? Give me a Chinese dictionary. It's probably easier for me to read that. I don't know. Everybody says it's easy. I can't figure it out. I guess maybe I'll have my buddy bring his 6-year-old grandson over to show me. You know, the one that negotiates an iPad like a rocket scientist. I watched that little kid and I'm like, but you know, that's the way this generation is. We had transistor radios. This generation has smartphones and iPads and tablets. And yeah, it's like as soon as you're born, here's your tablet. Have a nice day. You mean you can't hold it yet? All right, well, have your parents take it home. You just lay there in that bassinet for a while. A couple of weeks, you'll be on that iPad. Sooner or later, that's the way it's going to be. That's how they're going to do the intelligence tests instead of in school. They're going to give you an Android tablet and an iPad when you're born. And the first one you negotiate, that's your intelligence level. Oh, he couldn't figure out iPad. Okay. On your birth certificate, it's going to say Android. Or iPad. That's the way it's going to be. You'll register for school, when you're 5 years old. Register for kindergarten. The school asks for your birth certificate. And they're registering you and they're going, oh, you're Android. Okay. Take your child that way. The next kid comes in. Oh, your iPad. Oh, go that way. Android. No, Android that way. iPad that way. Yep. There'll be 2 classrooms. One classroom will say Android, and one classroom will say iPad. And that's the way it's going to be. I can see it coming. I won't be around, but I can see it coming. And when you graduate, that's what it'll say on your diploma. Graduate of iPad. Or graduate of Android. You'll apply for a job. They'll say, do you have a high school diploma? Yes. Are you iPad or Android? I'm Android. Sorry, position's filled. Have a nice day. Yeah. It's coming down to that. I can say, my buddy's 6-year-old grandson, Jesus Christ. Last time I was over, look, Grandpa, I downloaded Battlestar Galactica, a new video game. Is that marked teen and up? I don't know, Grandpa. Give me your iPad. You gotta uninstall that. I just installed it. Okay. You're mean, Grandpa. That's why the grumpy old man don't have grandkids. I'd scare him away. Just give him that. Grandpa's mean. And with that, the mean, grumpy old man is going to say goodnight. Oh, I'm in a good mood today. I got tubes. 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 Like Temu.com. I got tubes. Hot tubes. God. Man, you could warm a house with those two. It's unbelievable how hot them son of bitches get. But it takes me back to my childhood. Like the first time I reached in the back of the TV. I was like, look at these little glass things. My father said, well, you'll never reach in the back of the TV again. Oh, I never did. Again. And they had these tubes in the back of the TV set. Now, 90% of them were, but they had a couple of tubes that had a plug on top of them. It looked like a little cap, and then this little circular device that was, wired to the set. Those tubes were really hot. Those suckers cooked. They called them power tubes. Yeah. And then there was capacitors. They look like D-sized batteries. Those son of a bitches held power for years. You'd have an old TV, and you were going to take it out and you were going to scrap it. And if your hand touched that capacitor, you got jolted on your ass. It's amazing. They stored power. I always wanted to take one and hook it up to my buddy's doorknob on his car, his door handle. They were like tasers. I think that's where they got the idea from. Discharge capacitors. Because, man, you'd get shocked on your ass. Little tasers. I wish I had some old TVs right now. I wouldn't, yeah. What was that? Was that a taser, sir? A discharge capacitor. Oh? You're too young. Ask your grandfather. He'll tell you about discharge capacitors. Now I know why they called them discharge. Because, boy, did they discharge. And with that, I'm going to discharge myself from this stream. I will talk to everybody tomorrow.